Ah, Mr. Sokire. Will you be venturing forth today? Yeah. Do be sure to take care if so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the Warrior of Darkness how to look after herself. Old habits, you understand. Oh. Ah, Nemu! How very opportune! Ah, Marin! Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Yeah, of course. I'll see you, manager of suites. Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. Oh. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is in the case of Ardbert. You too were surprised to see him, I think. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all. I could see the effect his words had on those around me. And then the stars rained down from the sky and... well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen. But I was determined to express my gratitude. And so here I am. Oh. Thank you, Nemu, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Oh. Should you, perhaps, wish to have your account on these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. Oh. I love... Oh yeah. Are we gonna tell him about this? About the fake thing that happened? You can tell me what the situation is like. The situation in the city? Do you mean the people's awakening as Warriors of Light? Yeah. While questions remain about the circumstances surrounding Arbert's return, history tells us what took place may not be entirely unprecedented. Okay. But to understand that requires an understanding of Warriors of Light in a broader Vrandic context. If it pleases you, I should be glad to provide an overview. I flatter myself that it may grant you a better grasp of that which is occurring not only in the Crystarium, but the world at large. Yeah, sure. Excellent! I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Yeah, don't worry about it. Do not let me keep you, miss. I bid you a pleasant day. You're like the best innkeeper I've ever met. And I think I've said this once before. Ah, Nemu. Excellent timing. I have but this moment to finish gathering the materials for our lesson. As many great works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Hey, guys! The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up on my knowledge of familiars, and Alphino volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Yeah. Why not? Of course, of course. The more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in the moment. History lesson with Moran! Were one to pore over the annals of the Vandric history, one would note the comparatively frequent reoccurrence of individuals hailed as Warriors of Light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tothwell, legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodford and Sollard, the fabled Dron, and Galgent duo of Verbert. And no list of Vandric heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. Ah, yes! In older texts, she too was called the Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how already people were to forget the negative associations of the title. But it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear, and the title used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. Oh. Whoa! Wait a minute! Whoa! I remember him from the Dissidia titles of Final Fantasy. I don't know the original Final Fantasy where he came from originally, but I know that his title is named Warrior of Light. That's so interesting that he's in this picture. This, my friends, is Norvrant's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In the time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesized hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Finding in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier. Thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Yes, yes! Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the self-same epithet, despite sharing no discernible connections with their predecessors. Yeah. And in time, Warrior of Light came to be the name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title of Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Yeah. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Oh. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelin's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself. A warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes that were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and not the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in the other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. What's in a name? Doesn't change anything.
Well, I think a name can mean a lot. And I imagine it would be terrible to have people call you something which it didn't feel right.
At any rate, assuming all of this is true, and there's common thread between the epithet, I doubt the Asians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Heidelin, with good must have added insult to injury. Ahem. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself? No! No, stay! Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given much to ponder. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? Wah! Oh. Hello. You okay? Rikitio, are you alright? My precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Archie. Farewell.
We're sorry, Master Marin. Aren't you?
Yeah, I remember you. Hey.
The Warrior of Darkness! My name's Rikitio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero, to be a Warrior of Light.
I like the fact that she's a Makote, and she's talking to me, who is also a Makote.
She's so tiny! Oh.
Marin, the children's inquisitiveness is to be commended, but... my precious tomes. Well, you could just start picking them up.
We're sorry we knocked over the books. Do you remember me? When you returned from the sea with the Exarch, I asked how you became so strong.
Yeah, I remember you. Don't worry.
So, I want to be a Warrior of Light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the one that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary.
Oh.
And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norbrand. When I told Arquill In our wellness, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere.
If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young, but Esteemed warrior of darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikitio to Spargax. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Carugians at their work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. Last one to the Spargax is some rotten egg!
Ha! I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're going to be the rotten egg.
Alright. Aw. I shall remain here and tidy up. I hope that today's lesson will be of some use to you. Thank you for all your help.
Right, I'm here. What do I do? What do I do?
Well now, to what do I owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine?
That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world.
Well, that is a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream.
Huh? Why?
Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe. The artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life. And younglings like you, who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so, difficult though it was, they made a decision to remain.
Then, does this mean my dream isn't any good?
Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our Carugians may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. Though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard.
I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch.
That's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed in an order that sweet sieve for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it.
Oh, an ingredient! Leave it to me, miss.
Okay. My, such an abundance of energy. Though I can't help but wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at the sweet sieve, speak with a woman named Racine, and she'll point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As the one who suggests this course to Rikitio, I would assist her in her first steps. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, but not the same kind as Riki. So wait for you here, warrior of darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Rena and I shall keep them company to take the opportunity to ask them about their aspirations. This is a very chill quest, which I don't mind actually. There you go.
Oh, you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun.
There you go.
Wow! You've picked this many already? Amazing!
I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesamil?
I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them.
Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and a warrior of light?
Why? Well... a while ago I felt sick. Really sick. My body was burning up, and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed.
Oh.
Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, even when it was dangerous. And I decided I want to help people, just like her. So I started brewing potions out of the grass and giving them to my friends. But I didn't really know what I was doing, or if there was anything else I could do.
Oh.
Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people. And I thought, that's the same as what I want to do.
Oh. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end?
Taylor?
Oh, Taylor!
I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help.
Oh, I see. Taylor. One of the guards awakened by the star shower. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Rikitio. I myself took inspiration from one unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesamil. It would seem I have been laboring under misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than to give it a name. And he was, as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for all of us when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land, after all. Norvrent has become as a home to us, and her people as our own. Let us return to the Sparagus. It wouldn't do to keep our admirers waiting. My thanks for your help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make a vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Rikitio a little taste. Warrior of Darkness, if you finished helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting? We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats! The guards say they've become pests around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But then you shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting while we were just watching. The children told us as much as while you were away, and in preparation, Chesamil kindly furnished us with some lures for the baits. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. That is to say, put on a good show, yes? Right. Let's head outside at once. Everyone follow me.
Alize, wait just a... Come on then, children.
Everyone's here? Good. Let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood. And originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chesamil's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves, so you are like to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. I have here 6 lures, three each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like a friendly competition to bring out the best in Nemu. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Without further ado, let the contest begin. Oh my god.
Well thought, Nemu. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest.
So I know the tally. May I see? May I see your fangs for good measure? Oh god. Apologies for the wait. My fangs, not a bad haul even if I do say so myself. 7 fangs? Oh my god. I lost, didn't I? I did it. I bested Nemu. Wow. In another god's damn life. You didn't even try, did you? And here I was taking it seriously. Spare me your pity next time, will you? Oh my god. Oh, Alize. You're so cute. Man, it makes me want to pet her head like so many times. She's just a cute kid. So children, you've seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions?
She's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it.
Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Nemu, and train hard. Keep at it for long enough, and you'll be strong too.
If you don't mind telling us, what did you decide that you want to become Warriors of Light?
Well, we were listening with everyone when Arbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. Sin-Eaters killed my father and sister, you see, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Arbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who would have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as the new Warriors of Light.
And what about you, Arkil?
Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together.
That's a wonderful goal.
You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I felt as though there was something I'd lost, and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourselves. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Arkil feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelin's voice, but that vision of the final days, of Amarat burning, it filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. The things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt. But lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Asian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around, lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see it to their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. Alisaie! It's happening to you. Shit. Are you okay? It's nothing. Just a dizzy spell. That's what Thancred said last time. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry. I'll see you soon. Ardbert, as you ponder Alisaie's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. This fucker! Why are you here? What?
Why am I... Was it you who called me here?
What the fuck? What? Okay. Saw the body of who Albert and I really were. What do you want? What? What the fuck? On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you will stand with us. At times you will stand against us. All that you might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elidibus, the emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided. What the fuck?
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope. What fool would relinquish his weapon on the eve of battle? That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy, you. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death, and only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you, body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness, and I will save the world. One last matter.
What?
I bore witness to your final struggle with Emet-Selch. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
Ithildeus called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude.
Who? Oh, Grahatia!
But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Oh shit, his arm.
No!
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
You fucking piece of shit! No! Your arm!
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed.
But your arm! What's happening to you?
This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions.
You're pushing yourself too hard.
It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope, or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
Okay. Reen!
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What happened?
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
No! His body! His fucking body! From the source! I'm so glad I found you, both you and the Exarch.
Oh my god. Fate seemed determined not to allow us a quiet moment. But come, let us have the details from Reen.
It happened after Ysayeau and I saw the children back to the Sparagix. We chanced to meet with Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he had been, where he just crumpled to the ground. The Kyrigians are looking after him now, with Alphino standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you. And the guard and at the Xidra told me where to look.
I see. Cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to the Sparagrix. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of an injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all of this happened without warning. Not exactly. You would doubtless recall the time Urianger nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue.
When his water-walking charm failed, I was tired, as were you when you got back.
We were both spent, yes. On account of which, you begged us to rest, which, in retrospect, may have been a good idea. But the fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since. There was no actual fainting until now. As Alphinaud observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Yes! Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Nemu, might I trouble you to make the trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to the proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I have learned this much: that in each of the places he has visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. More Asians? Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think that these black-clad strangers are Asians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Urianger too can be prevailed upon to join in your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Beklug and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, you may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are in your own well-being, if you care at all for Rin's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alphinaud and I will find Urianger. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Nemu. Lest you misunderstand, I'm not averse to putting my feet up. It's being coddled like a brittle-boned non-agrarian that chafes.
I know you cross the rift all the time, but please take care.
Okay.
Ah, Nemu! What excellent, awful timing! You see our friends. They've taken a turn for the worse.
Oh shit.
Krau's hardly had a moment to rest these past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist, and I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. So, they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon? And they want to make sure that there are no problems at this end. You better talk to Kryle. She's with the others at the Dawn's Respite. Let's go see her. Just prepare yourself, alright?
God. God. Oh God.
Excuse us. This way.
Oh my God. My friends.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary, I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them. As if they were made of wax.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Alphino.
And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation.
Fuck.
She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether.
That's good.
And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment.
That's good. You need your rest too.
So come, let me hear your tale outside.
As you probably noticed, we've put them in night clothes. I know they're not exactly asleep, but it seemed like the right thing to do.
Oh, thank you for taking care of them, Tataru.
I've made them some new clothes for when they wake up, so they have to come back. And they will.
What news from the first? I see. Work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon, so if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon elegant wisdom, we could do worse than to consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Okay.
Nemu? Could you spare a moment? While Kryle goes and finds this expert of hers, there's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends in the first, you see. And since we might be waiting for a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen in the House of Splendors. Meet me there.
Well, I had better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how patients fare in my absence.
There you are, Nemu. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Kryle, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with Ishgardian restoration.
Oh, really?
And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven even as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. There! Baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself.
Oh! Smells great.
Doesn't it just? It's called the Archon loaf, in case you were wondering. And it's what they eat over in Charlian. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought I would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Kryle tells me it's a good source of ether. So it should lend them a bit of strength at least.
There truly is nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven.
Kryle! And if it isn't Rambros too!
Hey, what's up, Rambros? I trust you require no introductions either, Nemu. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confessed. I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Allagan technologies.
I have been keeping Rambros apprised of the events of the First. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch.
Yes, of course.
If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it is him and his fellow sons.
Ahem. Loath am I to disappoint you after glowing an endorsement. Memory transference was the sole province of Allagan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here, empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Okay? Tell him that we never doubted him. Oh. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Oh! Those of us who remained behind have yet to play our part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And that the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope, in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow in his heart now.
Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself? Or to encourage him to hold nothing back?
That is for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed.
Well, there you have it, Nemo. If you would be so good as to see Rambros's message and Tataru's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course.
Yes, I got you.
Krya? Before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving it a try? Just to make sure everything is as it should be? But of course! I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Excuse me, Rambros. As a fellow Charlian, may I trouble you for your opinion?
Well, usually I have mine with a good dollop of Roland Berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. Munch, munch. I see.
Oh no, is it that bad?
It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant. Exactly as it should be. Just so. The fairy taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlian, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such gastronomic landscape that we now call the Archon loaf was born, and the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied, and being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience among busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I doubt I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it is all too familiar. Oh, it takes me back. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch? He is certain to appreciate it.
Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Nemu, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can, and that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Well, it sounds like it'll do them good anyway. When everything's back to normal, I'll cook something for you too, Nemu. Gods know you deserve a treat.
Yes, please! Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Have some Archon loaf. By the 12. Archon loaf! However did you come by this? I swear it's come straight from Charlian. Rambrose said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do for my own volition, and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends, and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we are talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconducive they are to conversation.
Forgive the delay.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
God, oh my god.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the red.
Oh, I see.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
Okay.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
Not too good, but Kryl's been doing okay with it. Well enough, but time is not on our side.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
Oh.
The red stones. Then this doth
He
mean-
used his blood! That's why his arms are red! I mean, not his arms are like has these crystals on it.
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind, and so we looked to the Allagan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess.
You had to use your blood.
We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood,
Oh.
but with my crystallized essence.
Oh, what the fuck?
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain.
Yeah.
But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
Mm-hmm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Oh,
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels.
Oh.
And there are only 5 of us.
That's true.
One
Oh,
is
yeah.
for testing purposes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
Oh.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
Oh my god. Gratia.
I see.
Alice. Oh. I'm sorry. I know it was childish to storm off like that. It's not childish, please. And probably to feel the way I do as well. Pull yourself together, Alize. No, I worry too, man. When our grandfather first decided to journey to Eorzea, Alize did not take kindly to my silence on the subject. Don't pretend to understand things you don't, she said, or rather shouted. Having oft been the object of her scorn, I am predisposed to sympathize with the Exarch, but I do understand how she feels. Better now than I ever did, certainly. I, for one, support the Exarch's choice. To be alive is to be driven by a purpose, and few are as driven as him.
It's stupid, but I never really stopped to think about what would happen once the vessels were complete. And now... No. There's no point. I hope the test is a success. Truly.
Hast thou a moment, Nemu? I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return unto the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friend spake not of uncertainties. Yet if Beck Lug has the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of this plan with the same confidence. And it is their assessment that, given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate in the merging with Ardvert, however, there existeth an affinity twixt the souls, and this doth give cause to hope. I see. So if it does succeed in him joining with us, guess I wouldn't mind having him around. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as that. Himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. 'Tis a seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century, our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee. And to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. That's true. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou may be made aware of these truths. Right then. While the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so. And there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone at the Aneater. Might I trouble you to visit her, Nemu? See all is well? Yeah! I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. I got you. My thanks. You may lead the Ascians to us. Once they are put out of the way, we will retire to Yulmore. And when Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you're bound for Aneater, I suggest you go via Venmont Yards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Let us be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I like this one! I have a delivery from the Sars Kupo! Courtesy of Tatari Taru. It has the Moogle effect! You're a long way from home, Moogle. And this is from Tatara, is it? Whatever could it be? Archonluft, thou sayest? Why, even to hear the name doth transport me to times of long past.
Bread from another world? May I try some?
Mayest thou, child? Thou must. That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nonetheless advise thee to temper thine expectation. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare in the studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alpha, no, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes, you know that? What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tatara we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Right. Let's really be off now. We can't find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. Okay, we can find... That's funny. Alpha, no! Heading out to sea, eh? But of course we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll ready the boat. Y'shtola!
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone.
The fuck do you want?
None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers.
Can see that.
I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past.
The echo's showing again. Reviewing the records again? Really? You worry too much, Elidibus. This dedication to your duty verges on obsession. To think some thought you ill-suited for the role. How wrong they were. But come, turn your gaze outside the window, my friend. The rains have ceased, and we have been graced with another beautiful day. Ah! Is that his friends?
It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No, I am Elidibus, and I will fulfill my duty.
What the fuck?
Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope.
Is it the Warrior of Light?
Ah, it swells within me, empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so?
What the fuck?
I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask.
You're a piece of shit! Ah!
Show me your strength. I would take your measure.
What the fuck?
I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is this gonna be an instance? Oh. It's definitely an instance. Let's do it. You are familiar with this place, I believe. This. Remembered Amarat. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. Enough of this! I'm sick and tired of this shit! You speak as if you were disappointed in me. Why? That's not my reason! I am your enemy, and you mine. Our goals are in conflict, and we are fated to clash. You don't have to! Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light? That I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people, who would tear down everything we have built. Do not deny it then. Very well. Let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us. Oh god. Holy shit! Mione, Momodi, and the... what the fuck? But do not imagine I crave remorse, only justice. Yo, what the fuck? Forward, hero, we shall see how strong you have become. The music! Let us begin. Rest assured there are no tricks. You need but defeat the enemies before you. First, something easy. Those whom a budding hero might encounter at the beginning of her tale. And I believe I have perfect subjects. No! Let not their appearance stay your hand. Beneath the facade they are merely monsters. Oh, I hate... Oh no! What is the fuck? Why you do this to me? Oh... That's a nasty trick you did. Well, too easy, I see. But at least you now understand the rules. Thus will we make our way to the capital. Are you trying to unnerve me? Come now, I make it plain that they were monsters. Be that as it may, even a monster could be someone's beloved. That is what I wish to impress upon you. I guess so, but come, we shouldn't dwell on the beginning when so much of your story awaits. Minfilia, Moonbrita, Ryunji. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god. Well done, champion of Eorzea. Well done. Onward then. Over the bloody bodies of the fallen. Oh my god! Nanamo! Who could forget the Crystal Braves, the sadistic, pathetic dream born of malformed failure? Faces you know and loathe all. Let your hatred burn and strike them down with all your might.
Sloppy!
He still says that!
God damn it.
It's such ease yet again. You always did grow stronger with every battle. It seems it would take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you. Or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I have dealt with countless heroes, and always it ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences, will result in happiness for all. Whatever your reasons may be, I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs, and fight for them with all my being. You're wrong! We can always strive for an understanding, for compromise. Huh. How very naive. If you're willing to compromise on your beliefs, you all but admit that they are flawed. And I assure you I have no intention of compromising on mine. Come what may, I will fulfill my mission as Elidibus. But enough talk. It is not assertions that I wish to know, but your strength. Why you do this to me? Falsely recursive regicide, you fled to the snow-slept fields of Karthus. Had you and the Scions met your demise that day in the Sultanate, the Habrea might have spared this. But not only did you stubbornly live, you hurled yourself onto the thick of the Dragon Song War. Why you do this to me? Swept along by the tide of events, you pursued and slew those who sought to stop the unending conflict, just as you were bid. Or was it a thirst for vengeance that drove you? I'm not gonna lie, for some people it is. For some people who played this story, it might be driven by vengeance. And you can't really blame people for wanting to avenge Horsefant. Wait, I can't kill this guy yet until I beat Zephyrin. That little piece of shit, I wanted him for last!
Impossible.
Yeah. I trust you are beginning to limber up. Do keep up the fine form. Emmanuel, Artorel, Onawa. Oh. Around heroes, people are wont to flock. People who harbor all manner of motives, each baser than the last. No, I don't want to kill Emmerich! I mean, they're fake, but like, come on. Yo, why you do this? I'm sorry, my no more than they deserve. In their end, our hand of friendship was tainted by personal desire. So, you know what comes next. We put an end to the Dragon Song War. There's no saving your comrades this time. All you can do is cut off the serpent's head. And as simple as that, a 1,000-year war was brought to its conclusion. But every end marks a new beginning, and for heroes such as you, there is only ever conflict. How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there will have been a few individuals for whom you harbor deep feelings. Those passing caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us. An irreplaceable existence that can be ill be lost. I will save them. They are my... Never mind. We are not here to talk. Let us return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus has kindled the insatiable flame. Pralamod was its name, and it raged across the land, consuming all in its path. Follow the trail of ash you set forth in Alamigo to Doma, and into a storm of blood. Again you fought, and again you grew stronger, so strong that we could no longer control you. Yours is unnatural, beastly strength, and we shall lay it bare. In order to gain a foothold in the Liberation Front, you journeyed into the far east plains. There you encountered the greatest warriors and sought to win them over to your cause.
It's not enough!
The strong are drawn to the strong, thus did you gather new allies to your banner. Gosetsu! And Ysayeau! Yet where ardent souls gather, so too did the fires burn. Those around... No! You did not hesitate, or perhaps you could not. No matter, let us turn our attention to the finale. Here we shall have a test between the fellow beasts. Is an only feeling, do you not agree? When I fought you in this flesh, 'twas I who triumphed. Will you turn the tables this time? Aw, you piece of shit. Turking off the echo was a mistake! Ugh! Is that all? Oh my god. My creation appears to have lost its form. It is no easy thing to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there is only so much to be learned by taking your measure in this way. Let us try something different. Come, we continue this within. An impressive show of strength. But surely no more than a foretaste of that which Emet Selk's conqueror is capable. Such might requires fairer measure. To compare with like this with like, to compare like with like, yes. I shall just have to test you myself. Come on, Nemu. Show me what you can do. No. Damn it, this is not right! May not be the real Arbor, but you do well not to underestimate me. All that made him the warrior he was, ever the battle waged, every blow swung, is a part of my being. What the fuck?! I'm gonna die. No! Yeah! God damn it. Okay, now I have the echo on. But good, I see your murderous intent. You killed me given the chance. Mayhap you think to recover this body? Well, you stole it! If so, prove that it's no use to me. Prove that I can't best you with it. Come! Come at me with everything you've got. I wonder why the music's not doing it this time, but this already sounds ominous. I see, you're a different beast from when you faced my creations. Very well. I shall transcend my very limits and see what you're truly capable of. Oh. What? What the fuck is going on? Hold nothing back, for neither will I. I have my answer.
You have grown stronger since last we fought. The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished?
Y'shtola!
My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see.
It's okay.
Now, Elidibus, if you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are. A primal.
What the fuck?! What a wild
The
theory.
ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida. And it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiark's heart. How you came to be separated from him is less clear.
Ah, I see.
But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods.
Oh my god!
I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them. This served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Emmet Selk, with his penchant for nation building.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
A primal is shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Oh, that's so sad.
Your question is irrelevant. No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty. At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed. But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might. As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
Oh man. It has been an eventful morning. If indeed it is morning. I have no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I am gratified to see that my efforts at Anether have borne fruit. We have confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface? I see. Then let us make for Yomar at once. We have much to share with our comrades. Elidibus's parting threat not least of all. But forgive me. It would seem my belongings did not accompany me here. I will need to retrieve them from the Anether. With luck, the ethereal stream you still traverse still lingers. I won't be long. Huh? Huh? What is that? What's this? A peculiar crystal lies on the floor. Upon its surface, an array of lights twinkle like a tiny constellation of stars. Day 4th. Bring honor to the seat of... The distorted voice of an ancient rings out in your mind. A moment preserved in the crystal, it would seem. You notice something else glinting up ahead. You find 3 more crystals lying on the floor. Though they differ in color and decoration, each is identical in shape. You focus on the crystals and find out the words they hold ring clearer than before. Behold, my friends. Embraced by the earth and caressed by the wind, vibrant life flourishes. All is right in creation. There can be no greater joy than to use our wisdom for the good of our people. No greater pride. May all know happiness, now and forevermore. There do not appear to be any more crystals in the hall. Perhaps it would be wise to continue the search outside. Oh. Your instincts serve you true, and you discovered another 2 crystals. As you reach out with your consciousness, new voices begin to echo in your mind. The heavens are ablaze and the land rent asunder. What will become of the world? Is life itself to be denied? Come what may, we must not surrender to despair. If we but hold fast to hope, we may yet find a path to salvation. The voices tell an incomplete tale. Might more remain to be found? Oh. You soon discover 2 more crystals. Rather too soon, in fact. As if someone wanted you to find them. Yeah, that's very convenient, man. Everything burns, crumbles, decays. I hear the lamentations of my brethren, and soon there will be only silence. We will deliver our star from its doom, This we swear. So please, dry your tears. Whatever awaits at the end of your search, it is plain you have yet to find it. Sure enough, your persistence is swiftly rewarded, this time with 3 crystals. The time has come. We shall rewrite the laws of creation, and we shall save our star. From this life, our savior born. May I be worthy of the honor. I feel my soul turning, slowly but irrevocably, and the power I wield begins to seem terrible. This is right. It is right. The tale the crystals weave seemed to be near its end, but it isn't over yet. With almost melancholy inevitability, the 12th crystal soon reveals itself to your questing eye. Though salvation is ours, it came at great sacrifice. All that remains is to pray. To pray that we will one day meet again, beneath a blue sky. Judging by its testimony, it would seem the voice was recorded in the wake of the final days. As you scan the area, another glint catches your eye. Gone is the brilliant radiance of life, replaced by the sickly glow of malformed creatures. Is this to be how it ends? For we who love the star with all our being? No, I will not suffer for it to be so. Oh well. We meet again, my new old friend. Is this Hythlodaeus? Hythlodaeus! Hythlodaeus. How good of you to remember. I see you have been collecting stars. I speak of those crystals. They have constellations etched upon them, yes? High in the heavens, those stars shine their guiding light down upon the lives below. Fitting crystals for the convocation of 14. Would you not agree? Oh yeah! As you will have gathered, each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the convocation as remembered by the unsundered. Okay. Lest you worry, they aren't concepts. They are far too incomplete to be so. But they suffice for imbuing memories within sundered souls, that they might be restored to their office. Keep them. I am sure Emet-Selch wouldn't mind. Oh, I'll keep it for him. So, how fare you of late? You are feuding with Elidibus this time, I believe. Yeah. Feelings are complicated. I shall refrain from passing comment on your struggle. It is not my place to do so, long departed as I am. But if I may give voice to a personal desire, I would rather you lived. Oh. Oh. If you do not, how will you keep your promise to Emixelk? The promise to remember? It must weigh heavy, the burden of all those memories. To one who has lived such a life such as yours, I can well imagine how Elidibus' existence might seem hollow, or how empty his single-minded pursuit of a half-forgotten cause must appear. But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. I see. Well, that is quite enough talk about Elidibus. I would see if you can reunite the wayward stars. I mentioned before that there was a member of the Convocation who opposed Zodiark's summoning and defected. One whose office was left vacant. Oh. Defectors have been deemed unworthy of commemoration. No crystal exists for the individual in question. Oh. Or shouldn't exist at any rate. And wouldn't, had a friend not created one in secret. Oh. A crystal bearing the forgotten name of her office, along with the magic of her own conceiving, a singular incantation embodying her spirit. Among all the offices, the 14th was the most unusual. For while the rest sat in Amarat, its holder was charged with gaining an intimate knowledge for the wider world. In the course of her duty, she traveled the length and breadth of every land and befriended countless folk. She encountered troubles too, of course. Matters which she could simply have referred to the Convocation, but that is not her way. Nay, more often than not, she would call upon her comrades, and together resolve matters themselves. Such is the magic sealed within that crystal. The magic to summon the stars to your side. Oh. In time of greatest need, should you wish upon it with all your heart, it will surely answer your call. Oh. And now it is where it belongs. With me? Is this my crystal? I have questions, but I think I'm gonna wait to see how it all unfolds. Oh, there is no need for thanks. But nor will I hear any complaints about it either. After all, I cannot say whether I act on my own volition or by will of the recreator. Bye, Hythlodeus.
I was wondering where you'd disappeared to.
Oh, hey.
Is something troubling you?
No.
No? Very well.
Mm-hmm.
I have everything. Let's hurry back to the surface.
Okay. Fresh air at long last. I would celebrate my return to dry land with a pot of tea, had we the luxury of time. But we must be prepared for Elidibus. Given what we know, it is plain he will not be deterred from his course. And nor would I, were I him. Not if it meant forsaking everything I loved. That said, I would not have forgotten Emet-Selch sought to find common ground with us, for all our misgivings. Ultimately, our differences were not to be bridged, of course. But one must always try. Emet-Selch understood this, and if his gesture resonated with you, then perhaps you might consider reaching out to his brethren. Yeah. Though it may be all for naught. You of all people know that there is no such thing as a foregone conclusion.
Steady now and listen.